Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I was getting all ready to do some testing of the magnetic strength of these bit holders. I was going to compare them, actually get some numbers. When the doorbell rang, same story, and a package shows up. And I thought I'd do a quick unboxing. I think I know what's in this, hopefully. And to open it, I'm going to use the Benchmade. It's another one of the water knives. Some people call these dive knives. I don't consider them a dive knife because it's missing some of the features, and it's a folding knife, and the last thing you'd want is to be trying to open a folding knife underwater, especially if you're caught up in a fishing line, fishing net, stuck somehow, attacked by a shark, who knows what. But anyway, this is known as the 111 H2O. I actually like it. It's a great paddleboarding knife, kind of a combination fishing knife when you're on the water. It has kind of a muted, modified sheet point, so there's less chance you're going to puncture something, but it definitely is a sharper point, and it does have a nice thick tip, so you could try prying with it, but that's not really what these are for. It's heavy, solid, not skeletonized, stainless steel liners, grippy, I don't know if that's G10 or some other plastic handle, and then it uses an N680 type of steel, which is a highly corrosion resistant steel. It's got extra like nitrogen and vanadium or something in it, so it doesn't corrode in saltwater conditions. I assume it's similar to the Spider Coast salts, which also use a corrosion resistant stainless. But anyway, you're probably wondering what's in here, so let's open it and find out what we've got today. Here we go. So the first thing is this. What is it? It's my very first pair of Vampire pliers, and what I wanted was some pliers, the Vampire type plier that have that they're kind of screw removal technology, and that's this kind of an indent here, really nice thin. Wow, those are just silky smooth. Those are nice feeling pliers. Made in Japan. Little tiny grabbers up there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but they've got an unusual tip, which is designed to grab the head of a screw that might be stuck or stripped, and that's exactly what I'm going to test. These are 4 3/4 inches long, it says, 120 millimeter. So darn close to those Knipex that I just got. I think those are like 115. They've got an attachment here, hole, or a kind of like lanyard hole, it looks like, so you can put on some sort of a retention system. I did that when I did my cool tool alert of the Milwaukee pipe, plastic pipe cutting tool that I actually drilled into the handle in order to get something attached to it. But anyway, it looks like it's designed specifically for the purpose I have in mind, which is why I got them. And they're a smaller pair. They make bigger pair. The name's kind of cute, Vampliers. I guess a nod to old Vlad the Impaler. But anyway, so what I did in preparation for this a while ago was drilled some different size screws in, and a couple of these, like this one, just totally stripped out because this is really hard pine, I guess. But anyway, what I wanted to do is try to get these screws out. In a lot of ways, I just grab a lot of cases I just grab a bigger pair of pliers and then just wedge it down into the wood. I really like my snap-on high leverage pliers for a job like this, but it'd be nice to see about something that's designed specifically for it. So let's give this one a shot. I'll start with this little guy here, And I can feel, I'm just putting the slightest amount of friction on this, kind of testing out. It's got a kind of a knurled surface, 90 degrees or perpendicular to the main gripping surface right in here. So you can see the lines go this way while they go up and down for gripping something that's stuck right in the beak of this thing. So let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. Grabs it easy. In fact, I could probably do it with 2 fingers. And it's designed, you know, obviously I could go back and forth if I've got a confined space. So, there's one. Let's try this guy down here. Oh yeah, grabbed it right away, right up flush. It's kind of a bigger one, and it's got a tapered head, so that works. That loosened it up enough to pull that right out. Let's try this one here. This one I wedged in pretty hard. Oh, it's grabbing it, but I can't do it as fast as the others, but definitely grabbed it. Yeah, that's working out. Got it. There we go. Good. Let's try this rounded one. It's rounded and it's flush. So we'll see. That one's going to be a hard grab. Oh, look at that. I could get it up a little bit more. I'm trying to go quick on these. If I was going slow and precise, it'd be a lot easier, but wow, those are nice. And then this one, it's really in there nice and flush. Let's see if these can grab it. Okay, I'm just going lightly to try to find out the limits of these things. And boy, it doesn't take much to grab those. And I'm not even trying that hard on this one. But anyway, so that one comes out. So you can see just the precision right up there at the tippy top of those things. That gives you the grabbing right up flush with something. So yeah, these are a score. Win for the Vampliers. And these are also ESD safe, according to this, that electrostatic discharge. Wow, excellent. Exactly what I wanted. I've got a couple of tasks with some stripped out Torxes, and I always encounter some stripped out screws on electronics, so I'm hoping that those work. And then the second thing here is this. This is an electromagnetic field tester. Not a real expensive one, but I wanted to play around with it. Came with 3 cheap batteries. And what these do is pick up electromagnetic fields, which isn't terribly rare because all of the little voltage testers, like you've seen with the, grab one here, like these Kleins, these are designed to pick up voltage by the EMF radiation that is given off. In fact, I've gone by large power stations and substations, and you can just have one of these in your car if you drive by close, and these fire off, or under power lines. If you got a big power line under or nearby, just go out and hold this thing up, or stand outside, and it'll probably go off because you're within that electromagnetic radiation field. So what I wanted to do was be able to put a little bit more precision on it. So this thing looks like it just comes up like that. I'm going to drop in these El Cheapo batteries. I don't know if you know about this, but there's a lot of batteries out there that comes with products. Whoops. Pick it up later. And those are designed strictly to try the thing out. So it's giving me, it's 13 degrees Celsius where I am. That's why I'm wearing a coat. Mode. Minimum, max. What do we have? Hold. Or hold and max. I can change that. It's 56 degrees. Must think I'm in Texas. And then I want to be able to measure electromagnetic fields. But I don't know much more about it than that, except there's some fields I'd like to test. So I need to learn more about it. And I'll start by reading this manual. There are some of these are sensitive to microwaves, so you can, I mean, that's the electromagnetic is the whole radiation spectrum from large, long wavelength radio waves all the way to, you know, gamma radiation. But I have meters for that, different stuff. But what I need to do is actually figure out certain deliberate magnetic fields, and I want to, or electromagnetic fields, and I want to play with a tester and see if it's worth getting a much better one than this. But anyway, more on that later. What I would like to say, though, is reading the reviews on these things, it seems to be hit or miss. Some people hate them. Some people said, yeah, they work great. Well, one of the things that I like to do at Last Best Tool is have comparables, have things that I can compare across different situations, and then learn some of the nuances to see, because a lot of times people only have one. They've got one thing, and then they have to base everything on that. It's like if you tell me, hey, I just read a good book, I might think, great, but what other books have you read? Because that'll tell me if that book's any good, maybe based on yours. Let's picking up something. I don't know what, but another fun toy. And this is where I'm going to start my journey into these things. This was about 30 bucks, but a lot of the ones that have more scientific-like reviews to them start at about 100 and go up. And pretty soon you have to divide up towards exactly what part of the electromagnetic field you want to test. In other words, like most instruments, there isn't just one measuring instrument. Even for shop work, you've got tape measures, you've got small rulers, you've got micrometers, calipers, so you can also dial these things into specific uses. So, another toy to play with. And with that, Doc out.